Robert, let's talk about why Muslim women wear a burqa. Does the Quran mandate the burqa? Does the Air Force still require females to wear that in Muslim countries? And are American Air Force personnel forced to wear the burqa while on active duty in Saudi Arabia?
The answer to the latter part of the questions are American Air Force females or military personnel forced to wear the burqa and walk behind men when they're in Saudi Arabia. That ended in, I think, 2004, when an Air Force major sued the Air Force, and the whole matter came before Congress, and Congress unanimously voted to expel that policy. As to the burqa itself, the Quran does not mandate it. There's absolutely nothing in the Quran that talks about the burqa. The burqa, and this would be my opinion, is used to subjugate women almost to a manic level. I personally have seen what they call the mutawa, the morality police, that if a woman, not alone ever, is walking and say some skin shows on her arm or an ankle shows, and if she's unlucky enough to be caught by the mutawa, she's beaten with the truncheon about this long as a lesson that God is watching, in so many words. Interesting thing about that is when the boom years in Saudi Arabia took place, the mutawa were criticized for beating up Western women who didn't wear burqas. And so they came with a compromise, so that instead of the truncheon, the mutawa carried a bucket of green paint and a paintbrush. So when they spotted the Westerner, they merely painted the exposed parts green so that Islam wouldn't be offended. Otherwise, the face is totally covered, usually with either a steel mesh or a leather mesh covering the eyes. When a woman is passing a man, she must always bow her head and not look at him directly. However, if you're Berber, you don't have to wear anything to cover your face. They have an interesting ceremony to lionize the woman, where they have a podium in a private party, and they'll burn incense below this podium, which will then flow up through the burqa, and that's supposed to celebrate her essence, her existence, and so forth. I got into a discussion with an Arab about this, and he was adamant that the women were far better off in Arabia, because we cover them in the veil to protect them from hungry eyes, from envious people, that this is the family's prized possession. And I thought about that for a minute, and I said, well, if that's true, then why don't you put a burqa on your Mercedes? We didn't get along very well after that.